Hello student, this is Mehnaz Khan. Student, today we will study literary device, and literary device is also called poetic device and figure of speech also. And this is in the syllabus of ninth and 10th class in English, and it is also very important, necessary to 11th and 12th class student. Student, our first literary device is alliteration. See what is alliteration? The repetition of consonant sound at the start of two or more consecutive words. Student, we know that two sound we are having in English, vowel sound or consonant sound. If consonant sound is repeated in two or more consecutive, what is consecutive means continue one after another words, that is alliteration. See the example from the poem Snake composed by D.H. Lawrence. From the burning bowl of the earth. Here the ba sound is repeated in the beginning of the two consecutive words. So this is alliteration literary device. Student, our next literary device is allusion. What is allusion? A reference or suggestion to a historical or well-known person, place or thing. Means when we give the example of any history, give the example of any person, place or thing which is famous in history or at the present time, that will be allusion. See the example from the poem Not Marble Nor the Gilded Monument, composed by Shakespeare. Nor Mars his sword, nor Mars quick fire shall burn. Student, here is the Mars word. What is Mars? Mars is a war god of Greek. So this is from the history. So this is allusion literary device. Student, our next literary device is anaphora. The repeated use of a word at the start of two or more consecutive lines means in the beginning of the lines two or more consecutive, when the same word is repeated and the beginning of the line is with the same word, is that is anaphora. See example from the poem The Frog and the Nightingale. Far too nervous, far too tense, far too prone to influence. See student, both line has started with far word. Same word is there here in the beginning of two consecutive lines. So this is anaphora literary device. Our next literary device is antithesis. What is antithesis? Antithesis is the use of opposite words or ideas in close placement. Means if in a sentence we are using opposite words or opposite ideas, that is antithesis. You can easily understand this thing by the example. See the united we stand, divided we fall. Here the poet is saying if we are united then we can stand, if we divided then we fall. United is opposite to divided and stand is opposite to fall. Means both ideas, both expression is opposite to each other. So this is antithesis literary device. Student, our next literary device is assonance. What is assonance? The repetition of a vowel sound within a sentence. Means when we are having five vowel sound, A, E, I, O, U. When the vowel sound is repeated in the words, whether in the beginning of the word, whether in the end of the word, whether in the mid of the word, so that is assonance. See the example from the poem The Duck and the Kangaroo. It is in 9th class syllabus. Good gracious, how you hope over the fields and the water too. Here the O vowel sound is prominent in most of words. See in good, O is here, in gracious, in how, in you, in hope, over, too. So O vowel is prominent here. So this is assonance literary device. Student, our next literary device is accentuation. What is accentuation? A writing style in which conjunction are omitted between words, phrase or clause. Means there is, if there is conjunction required and it is omitted, that is accentuation. See the example from the Brooke poem I slide, I slipped, I slide, I gloam, I glance. Here student, conjunction is required between every clause. So, and the punctuation mark is used at the place of conjunction. So this is Cynic dash literary device. Student, our next literary device is consonance. What is consonance? The repetition of a consonant sound in a sentence. Student, the repetition of consonant sound is also in alliteration. So what is the difference between this consonance literary device or in alliteration? In alliteration, consonant is in the beginning of consecutive words, but in consonance literary device, consonant sound can be in beginning, in mid, or in last of the word. You can understand this by the example from the poem Not Marble Nor Gilded Monument composed by Shakespeare. See the example. Then unswept stone besmirred with slittish time. See the consonant S or T, sa or ta sound is repeated here in unswept stone besmirred with sluttish time, and these consonants are in the mid, in beginning, in mid and in last it may be. So this is consonance literary device. Student, hope you have understood. Now you have to write these literary device with their example in your notebook and you have to learn them. Thank you. We will continue our explanation in our next part. Thank you. Have a good day.